Hey, it's Golden Buddha here, back with some more RPG horror stories for your listening entertainment. And today we have a story that pisses me off to no end. Like for real, you'll be pissed too when you hear it. Probably. Unless you're one of the guys who would do this. Roll post. DM gets bored of running combat, passes me enemy stat blocks to make out with his GF. Here we go. I moved country last year and joined a D&D group to try to make some friends. The group was a little odd. The DM, his girlfriend who didn't seem that interested in D&D, a slightly neckbeardy guy who was absolutely loyal to the DM, and a guy so quiet I never learnt his name. We'd had a few sessions, and while the game had been okay, the DM was often late to his own sessions and very disorganized. For example, it became apparent at one point that he hadn't actually planned any new content for a session. Previously, we'd fought a number of goblins out of the town church. This time, we were funneled into a suspiciously church-shaped cave to fight twice that number of goblins and didn't do much else that session. The final straw for me was when the DM was late, again, because he needed to pick his girlfriend up. They hadn't seen each other for a while, so even when they did arrive, they took some time for PDA before getting the session started. Eventually, we got into combat with a large number of very weak undead. The girlfriend was hardly paying attention to the game and was trying to get the DM's attention. He resisted for a while before turning to me and saying,
"Hey, Yavitori, you DM as well, right? Okay, here's the stat blocks for the enemies. Would you mind finishing up the combat for me so I could spend some time with my girlfriend?"
I was basically so in shock that he'd ask that I just nodded dumbly and took the papers he handed me. He proceeded to make out with his girlfriend in the corner for the rest of the session. I finished the combat best I could with his notes. The rest of us packed up, left the cafe, and I never played with that group again. End post. Okay, first off, this DM, he's probably young as shit, I'm assuming. I'm guessing like this whole group is just like college-based, maybe younger. Because I could only imagine doing something like that if I was a horny high schooler, which I have been at one point. And I would have done something like that at one point. Yeah, it's still fucked up though. Just don't do this. Don't be this guy. This guy in the story, this DM, don't be him. Okay? Just do not. Don't do it. Okay? Just stop it. Don't fondle anybody while you're trying to run a game. You know, if your girlfriend's making fucking, fuck me eyes at you, you need to have a contingency plan, okay? If you think that's gonna happen, you don't need to just be like, okay, well, we're stopping the game so we can go. No, save that shit for after the game or have a backup DM. Don't just throw that on a guy. And you know what? You're a braver man than me because, like, as soon as I saw, I would have seen him making out with his girlfriend, I would have left. I wouldn't have even finished the fucking game. I would have left immediately because that's ridiculous. So kudos to you, man. I feel like you might make a better GM than this guy who you were playing with. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Don't be this guy. Don't be the guy who tries to make out with his girlfriend or wife or whatever at D&D. Don't be that guy, okay? Please? With that being said, like and subscribe for more content. And this is Golden Buddha telling you to stay enlightened.